Alright, I think here will be safe. Let's do the secret building techniques. Season 1, Episode 3. I've learned something. It's 2 clothespins. And from back behind the range, a long 4-foot broomstick. And rubber bands. But before we start crafting, we must do this sacred thing to make the pen lords happy. Beer in hand, I hope this build will not make the pen lords mad. First, take apart one of your clothespins and put it onto dismantle the clothespin and attach the string to the clothespin spring, and then get your massive walking stick and attach another clothespin to it. Then what you'll need to do, take the rubber band, stretch it across the front of your weapon of choice. And then latch the other end into the clothespin, like that. And then to fire it, you just open up the clothespin, and it lets out a blast of fury beyond imagination. Now, if you so happen to fire this, be warned that the making of Schoolcraft and Gomers will be after you. Bullseye. Power and accuracy test. First shot. Direct hit. Second shot. A bit high. How about a holy can of root beer to finish this up? Perfect. I think it's fair to say that this thing is definitely Mr. T approved. But I did find out one thing. Come over here. I've attached some outlaw gear to our ammo. So now when we load it, has a lot more weight to it. Will this be better or will this be worse? You'll just never know. Alright, we got our ammo loaded. Ready firing at our target. Powered. Just this little piece of ammo wasn't all it lived up to be. Forever it shall be banished into the jar of holy root beer. Everybody salute this piece of ammo. Farewell. 'Cause it stinks! Back in my day, when the winds were blowing, tumbleweeds a-floating, and the town ain't big enough for the both of us, I would come to the battle right in the middle of town, loaded up with one of these. I would first insert ink cartridge into the barrel. Push it in there. Pull back. Get a rubber band. Sure to get a nice fit over the end. Pull back on the end. Fire at that enemy. That's all you've got. Take him out. headshot. Since I used it in battle over 200 years ago. Let's see if it's still got what it takes to knock down some targets. Dramatic. Drop. This town ain't big enough for the both of us. Direct hit. All targets neutralized. Because this thing really is perfect. After the 200 plus years this thing has been alive, it's never been awarded. Time for an award. $100%. $100. Now he's feeling ready to fight alongside this behemoth. What? There was always something that nobody ever understood. My opponent show up with a double rubber band system. First you stretch a rubber band, and you stretch another rubber band up against that rubber band. Now you have a double rubber band. Now once you have two rubber bands, you take your projectile, this clothespin part, put it in there, and now you have a projectile. It's so weird. Never used one before. Alright. Going to the double rubber band. There's been more versions. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rubber bands. Somehow attached together. You put your ink arrow. Fuzzling. Braid train, we call them. Now, stick something in between there. Just flying at your opponent. Now these we use for dual double west. Dual double west. Can't speak down here in the cave. The dual double west duel, and we use these things all the time. And what do they do exactly? I'll show you. In the odd case that our opponent is a couple pieces of foam, you put it on your hand, you pull it back, go up to your enemy, grab him by the head, and blow him. It's good as a slingshot. Does it pass the cup test? You gotta load your cup in. A direct hit. The braid train is definitely not riding on this train. The Wild West dueling. Sometimes we'd use these things. Crickets. They're about the least effective piece of junk that we'd find on the ground. It still worked amazing. When we would Wild West duel with these things, either you got hit or you hit. They hit you or you hit them first. If you hit them first, they got no shot at firing one of these back at you. These things are so powerful. Not even gonna shoot one in here. I don't want this safe bunker to blow to shreds. But if we want to, we could always just go ahead and... We're here. We teleported. At least we got this thing. Now, we look at our beautiful targets over there. I got one in particular. A boxing bag. Count me down. 3, 2, 1. Explosion. And this is why we didn't use these back in the day, because the thing didn't even fire. Well, I think we all know where this goes now. Into Davy Jones' locker. Alright. I've still got a couple more inventions tonight. Next up, got a pencil with a binder clip on it. Wondering what I can do with this. Engineering time. Enable the time lapse! Alright, time lapse is over. It's time to see what I've made. Nunchucks. But not only nunchucks, fireable nunchucks. Bit of a odd setup. Cups, obviously, but let's see how my bottle still has stuff from Davy Jones lacquer. Yeah, stuck in there for a while. Yeah, we can figure that out later. First, we load it in. Pull back with all of our might. Fire it at those targets. See how well this thing works. Alright, aim. Ready? Fire in the hole! There's no fire in that. Underwhelming. Don't worry, that was only 50% power. It's only probably pulling it back to there. We're gonna pull it back to there. This time. It'll be good. Ready! Firing! Bit low. Let's see if the nunchucks themselves can take it out easily. Do I look like, am I him? Or please tell me I'm him. Happy little accidents. Necklace. I've taken the stuff out of Davy Jones lacquer. Empty as a whistle. To see if this stuff really belongs in there or if it just needed a second chance. I have a feeling this thing needed a second chance. First, we got the end. We got the big long boy. Can't even fit this whole thing in here. Look at that beautiful thing in there. Can't wait to fire it. Hopefully it'll work good. If not, it belongs in Davy Jones lacquer. Targets. As standard. Right? Alright. Rolling to the firing station. Loading ammo, Sergeant. Alright, twist. Is that a problem? Alright. In position. Firing. Hey, that thing was 3 in a row. Next up is this piece of junk cricket. But there's one thing I forgot to measure before I sentenced this thing into Davy Jones lacquer. And that was these little things. And they go by the name of turtlenecks. Now these better destroy this better destroy at least one target. Or 2 targets. 2 shots. All the targets, 2 shots it gets. before I immediately send this thing into the endless abyss of Dave Jones' locker. Ah! Into positions! Aiming! Firing! That's a lot of damage! Reloading. Squeezing. Too high again. Flies higher than expected. Or than at least I expected. I figured that maybe the paper clip was affecting it, or binder clip. Let's see. Oh, I was aiming a lot lower. I was aiming at like the piece of plastic, but I think the binder clip definitely helps. Even just with squeezing it a little bit, it's definitely better to have. Even if it makes the slightest of change. This will be one of our last shots with this. Off target by a mile. So, has potential. Davy Jones locker. That'll be all for that thing. Peace out, amigos. Hope nobody finds this mess.